talk about Christmas, a season of joy, but somehow it turns into a season of overwhelm for some of us parents. We always have the subconscious pressure of, what do I buy? How many gifts to buy? Am I buying the right gift? Is this enough? Is this too small? Is this too much? What we often don't talk about is how much this pressure affects how we show up for our kids. Hi, welcome to The Growing Parent, where we support your growth as a parent so you can heal and reshape your parenting story, where we support you raise emotionally safe, confident, and connected children now and years to come. If you're like me who's stressing about buying more gifts this season, you're not alone. You know, this time of the year puts a lot of unconscious pressure on us parents. It usually comes from love, but sometimes it could show up as stress, overstimulation, and exhaustion. And here's the part we don't talk about enough. When we are overstimulated and stressed, it shows up in our parenting. It affects how we parent. It affects how we react. It affects how much patience we have. And then we default to yelling, consequences, control. Not because we want to, because we are drained. Sometimes last Christmas, I used to be like, oh my God, my kids are getting on my nerves. Seriously. It's not the kids who's getting on my nerves. It's just the pressure that comes with the whole season. It overstimulates us. It's not them. It's just because due to the subconscious pressure, your patience and your tolerance level has shrunk. So here's something research on happiness has consistently showed us. Years from now, your kids won't remember how much you spent on them, but they'll always remember how you made them feel, how you made them seen. Did my parents see me? I don't mean just looking at them. I mean actually see them for who they are. Did my parents hear me? Or did they just shrug me off? Did they show me love? Not by the price tag on my dress, but did they show me love how I want to be loved as a child? Did they make me feel safe? Am I able to express myself without shame? Do they shut me up? Or do they control the type of emotions I'm supposed to express? So let's look at it this way. If investing in things affects how we parent, so why don't we invest in memories? So I'm going to share with you a few simple, practical, and powerful ways to celebrate this season without being overstimulated, breaking the bank, or stressing out. Number one, exploring your community. Some of us don't know how much free resources our community offers because we never look. My community offers free events. Yours could be different. For mine, they offer events like movies in the park, hot dog parties, also some tree lighting ceremonies. For some communities, it might not be free. For me, I get as specific as just driving my kids around the neighborhood, just drive through some beautiful decorations and just laugh and have them explain what they see and what they feel, you know, and have them compare which one is beautiful and why they like it. That interaction causes the bond, and at the end of the day, your kids are excited. Sometimes we go to the library and have this story time. I have them go pick up the books they want and we just talk about the stories. Kids value our presence. And a lot of times we just walk. I tell them to count how many red cars they see, how many purple flowers they see. And kids love this kind of engagement. Be present. That's the gift. And I know some of us might say, oh, my child doesn't appreciate those kind of things. Yes, because it's not relatable. It's not something we do often. The more you do it, the more they find value in it. Number two, make every moment special. And what I mean by that is your regular daily activities like cooking together, baking together. Have them talk. Give them responsibilities. Kids love when you trust them to complete a task. Tell them to count the eggs, to break the eggs, to count the flour. Have them go through the recipe and tell you what next. How many cups of milk are we supposed to put? They like to feel in charge. Do craft coloring, painting. If you're in the season of Christmas, go print out some seasonal printables. They are free in the internet. Print them out and just color together. While you're coloring, you're talking, you're asking them why they think they should be using green for a Christmas tree. Do they think Santa wear purple? And they'll be like, no, he wears red. Having that conversation are the kind of things, little things that kids value. Another thing is breaking the rules. Like sometimes I let us have cake for breakfast. We usually don't have cakes for breakfast, but sometimes memories override rules. Another thing I do is tell silly jokes. Tell them about childhood memories that made me laugh. Tell them about childhood memories that were so silly. Tell them about some crazy ideas and thoughts that I have. These are the little things that make kids just so excited. If this is not a habit that you already have, you will need time to try to incorporate it into our daily lives or into your daily lives. And if they don't enjoy it as much as you do, it's okay. It takes time. And these moments build connection, not clutters. Number 3 is learn to play. Even if it feels awkward, learn to play. Now, let me say this gently. A lot of us weren't played with as a kid, so it doesn't come natural. And for some of us, it feels really natural. It's a way of connecting to our inner child. It's a way of giving our kids what we did not get as a child. So it's like a healing process for us. I didn't suddenly love to play with my kids either, but I had to learn. And I also find value in it. I was able to identify how playing actually helps my mood. I started with 5 intentional minutes. I would write it on a sticky note and place it in front of my mirror as a reminder to play with my kids tonight. That gave me a kind of like mental preparation. And when I have to do it, it doesn't feel like a chore. And then it became a moment that I look up to for bonding and connection with my kids. The reason why I emphasize with bonding with kids is that it's one underrated parenting skill that we don't talk about. If you want to address some parenting issue, you have to learn to bond with your kids. The way to get to their heart is to bond with them, is to connect with them, is to play with them. This has worked for me firsthand. I've been able to address some behavioral issue because I connected more with my children. They were able to relax, connect, feel safe, and able to be receptive of my instruction. And number 4, be thoughtful, not expensive. Trust me, kids care about attention that they get from you than price tag. What is your child into? What do they enjoy talking about? Get them toys. I'll give you an instance. My oldest daughter loved Pokemon. And on her birthday, a friend of mine sent me money to get her a gift. I knew what she was into at that time. You need to see her expression when she was unraveling the gift. At that point, do you think she was thinking, oh, this must have cost a fortune? No, she was so excited because she felt someone paid attention to her needs, paid attention to her interest, paid attention to her likes. And that feeling is more valuable than the price tag. My second daughter is into dolls. I get her coloring sheets of dolls. She enjoys it. We buy books that are not expensive but related to her interest. At the end of the day, it's how we make them feel. Now, let me make an important clarification here. This isn't about saying you shouldn't buy anything expensive for your child. But what I'm saying is, if it's gonna cost you your peace of mind, if it's going to cost you your emotional regulation, if it's going to cost you your patience, then maybe you should just give it a different thought. Because your state of mind matters more than a gift. When you are regulated, and what I mean by regulated is you're calm, you're not stressed, you're relaxed, your needs are met, you're not overstimulated, your kids behave better, they listen more, and they cooperate more. Not because they are afraid of you, but because they feel seen, they feel heard, and they feel understood. I cannot overemphasize this. Connection reduces behavioral challenges. So if you find yourself telling your child about a specific thing and it seems like they are not listening, maybe this is your sign to just connect more. It's not a time to play the silent game. It's not a time to deprive them of what they want as a means to punish them. It's a time to connect more. Before you say this is not going to work for you, you haven't even given it a try. Maybe try it over and over. Again, I'm not expecting things to go from 1 to 10. I'm expecting growth. And that's what this channel is about. 1% growth and patience. In this season, please give yourself the permission to slow down, permission to simplify things, permission to choose presence over pressure. You're not ruining Christmas by doing less. It doesn't mean you don't love your child. You are only creating a childhood they will remember for the rest of their life. If this message gave you the permission to pause, slow down, and do things differently this season, I want you to come on board, join the community, and hit the subscribe button. Remember, one imperfect but intentional step at a time. See you in my next video.